Hey y'all, we're Dustin and Danielle, a brother and sister certified financial planner professional duo here at Toujours Planning. We're here to share what you need to know about money, wealth, and investing so you can start paving your own path to financial freedom and independence. So this is one of series of videos that we are rolling out for COVID-19, for the pandemic and stock market craziness that's happening right now. And today we're covering the topic of, is this a short-term or long-term thing? We know it's happening. We know we're in a bear market. We know this could potentially be a recession. The next question is, okay, we're in it. How long is this going to last?
Yeah, there's no way to know, but looking at history, I would say there's kind of two parts. There's the actual very large drop or panic or fear that's circulating through the markets. That can last anywhere from 3 to 12 months. And it could be come in waves too, like I've seen before. You could have a panic wave and then a small recovery and then another panic wave. So really it stays bad for around that long, which is not that long when you look in the big picture of things.
You're
Also,
talking about the panic itself, like
or like when you're looking at the stock market, which you can actually see. Okay, so
yeah.
many of us don't realize that our businesses are going through the same thing. Our home value is going through the same thing. It's just the stock market. We can actually see it on TV, how crazy it can swing. The sharp drop in value or price is what I'm talking about. That crisis mode could last from anywhere from 3 to 12 months.
Okay.
And that's just kind of one part.
Right. And then you have the whole recession on its own. How long? Now, and this is what we tell our clients all the time. I mean, historically speaking, recessions tend to only last 1 to 2 years, right, Dustin?
Well, it can be anywhere from 1 to 5 years or 1 to 6 years, how long it takes to get back to where you were at the very top of the value before. If you look at it from that point of view, it may take a bit longer, up to 6 years or so, maybe even longer in some cases. But that's including the drop, and then you have the after effects and the recovery and all that. I like to remind people too, people always judge where they should get back to the highest point prior. And I like to remind people that that may have been inflated too. So even though recession or a stock market panic maybe overshoots sometimes to the downside, it can also overshoot to the upside. So that may not have been the true value as well. So you can't always just say, I need to get back to where I was on the very last day before the crisis happened.
That's such a great point. That's such a great mindset shift too. The thought that it was overinflated. Those businesses and their values were overinflated, and it shouldn't have been that high to begin with. That's a great.
Right.
Well, and one important thing is you always need to keep a long-term mindset here as well, especially if you're younger. You've got a long time horizon, hopefully, before you're going to have to tap into most of your investments, if you do have investments right now. Because historically speaking, over the long run, the stock market always returns and then eventually does surpass that highest point at some point. That's what history tells us. And we know the fear is real because every recession, every big drop that we have always feels like it's something new and unprecedented. And this time it really is, but got to remember that we always recover from it in the past. On the other side of things, we never like to be too optimistic because you need to also prepare your mindset that it could actually get worse from here, right? And
Yes.
We may still be in the beginning of this thing. So you got to really do a lot of prepping of your mindset when it comes to the length of it. You definitely need to take a long-term approach. It probably will last several years, 10 years or 5 years plus, most likely probably not. But I think just making that shift in itself will help you kind of settle some of the unknowns for you. Is this a short-term or a long-term thing? The panic is short-term. The recession may be several years, but in the long term, the stock market has always recovered. So hopefully that helps answer some of your questions. If you have any specific questions about what's going on right now with the stock market and your investments with COVID-19, send us an email at hello@toujourplanning.com. And if you like what you just saw, subscribe to our channel and then head over to chooseyourplanning.com to listen to episodes of our podcast, Wealth by Design, and download our free wealth blueprint. So thanks for joining us today. Stay calm and carry on, y'all.
Thank you all.